Could you please introduce yourselves and tell us what your role is in the Royal Air Force? I'm Flight Lieutenant Linda McLean. I'm currently a flight test engineer on 41 Squadron, which is the Typhoon Test and Evaluation Squadron.
My name is Flight Lieutenant Olga Tikonova. I am currently a flight test engineer as well on 206 Squadron, which is a test and evaluation squadron for our air mobility fleet in the RAF, and I'm currently working on the A400M. What exactly do these jobs entail? So as an engineering officer, we do quite a large variety of jobs in the RAF. So I'm currently in my fourth tour, and I've done a variety of roles. I've been an explosive safety manager. I've been in charge of all first line maintenance on the frontline C-130J Hercules squadron. And currently I'm a flight test engineer, so primarily working on the A400M, doing all the operational in-service test and evaluation on the aircraft.
And similar to Olga, I previously was a first line engineering officer, but on Sentinel, which is one of the reconnaissance platforms in the Air Force. And now on the Test and Evaluation Squadron, we test new weapons and software, as well as other parts of hardware which come onto the aircraft and make sure that it's safe for the pilots to fly and that it helps them do their job. Could you please tell us a bit about your background and what you did before joining the Royal Air Force?
So I studied aeronautical engineering at Imperial College London. And then after I finished my degree, I actually worked in the aerospace industry for 6 years. So I did a graduate scheme with a company called Cobham and Dorset, working on air-to-air refueling systems. So I was there for 3 years, and then I worked for a couple of other companies, including MBDA in Bristol, working on naval weapon systems. And that experience enabled me to become a chartered engineer. What was the thing you found the most fun in training?
My training was at a time when recruitment was quite small. So we didn't have all that many people on my intake. Because of that, we got to know everybody really, really well. And we went on a couple of occasions to do adventurous training to allow us to grow outside of the confines of military training. So canoeing, mountain biking, mountaineering, things that people had never done before. And we also had some international cadets. So we went up to just outside Aviemore to do some canoeing, and one of the international cadets had never seen snow before, and the look on his face when he was in our team, woke up one morning and there's suddenly this white substance on the floor that he'd never seen before. It's really cool to see, and then we had just a great day throwing snowballs at each other and enjoying the weather and the outdoor activities. What do you both enjoy most about your career in the Royal Air Force, and what have been some of your most notable career highlights to date? For me, I really enjoy that every day is different. So it's always a challenge. There's always something that you absolutely weren't expecting to happen when you woke up that morning, but you go to bed knowing that you've achieved something a bit different, and the goal and the aim that you've got to has helped someone in some way. My most notable career highlights today, I've managed to play rugby in a number of different countries. So we got to go to Florida to play a high performance team in America, which was brilliant. I really enjoyed that. But then the flip side to that is going on operations and supporting the Sentinel across in Oxshader, which was really hard work, long days, constant night shifts, but knowing that the impact that the platform had and what we were trying to do at the time was really, really satisfying and really good.
Really the variety, it's the fact that I can change jobs every 2 to 3 years and go and do something completely different, and it keeps the job interesting and fresh. The other thing is just working with the people that I work with. Really, I work with some of the most amazing people in the world, I think, and that's what really makes the job. Most notable career highlights for me has really been my year at the Empire Test Pilot School. It was really a real privilege to go there. It's the oldest test pilot school in the world, and just being at the same school that Tim Peake went to was just absolutely incredible. And same as Linda, I have been in operations. I was in Opshada for 6 months as the armament safety officer. So it was hard work and it was very challenging, but at the same time, directly supporting operations was an amazing experience for me, and really enjoyed it.
What would you say are your greatest achievements in the Royal Air Force so far? So for me, my greatest achievement, I would say, was being selected to go to test pilot school. I know, so Olga went to the Empire Test Pilot School in the UK. I went to National Test Pilot School, which is across in California. That was just by virtue of the fact that I was going onto a fast jet platform, and the course is slightly different over there. But to have gone to test pilot school, which is where most of the most notable astronauts and test pilots that have ever been have gone and done the exact same course. It's something I've always wanted to do throughout my career. So to get to the final night and be able to share a drink with the head of the school, say congratulations, you're now one of a very small privileged club, has definitely been my greatest achievement so far.
Same as Linda, it has to be just going to the Empire Test Pilot School, in particular for me, because I had absolutely no flying experience going into it. And given that they only select one individual per year as a flight test engineer, it was amazing that I managed to get in, and amazing that I managed to graduate. It was a really challenging course, which I really enjoyed, and it was a real privilege to go there.
I think I've had a couple of quite different challenges. So one is that the majority of the training and jobs that I've undertaken in the Air Force have been in central England, and I'm from Scotland, central Scotland. So being so far away from my family for such a long time is something that I've struggled with occasionally. What I lack though in family, I've made up for in friends and close colleagues who have really helped me through. What gives you both your drive and energy? I am just really passionate about what I do. I really enjoy my job. I like that I can make a difference. I like that I'm challenged, and I know that if I have a problem or if there's an avenue that I want to go down in terms of career progression, that the Air Force will be willing to help in some shape or form, and that there's always options open for me. So my energy comes from my desire to be better, do better, and particularly for the team that are around me, because everybody else also has a very big drive and a very big energy. And if you don't have that, you get left behind.
For me, it's really just following my passions. And if I have a calling to do something, I just go for it. And that's what makes me happy. I'm not really doing it for anyone else, just for myself. So yeah, if I'm passionate about something, I'm going to go for it. When something is broken, do you prefer to try and fix it yourself or pay someone to do it for you? I love fixing things myself, but that doesn't always end well for me. So I'd rather just pay someone to do it.
I'm quite similar. I would love to say that I'll give it a go, and some basic things I absolutely will. But there have been some monumental failures in the past, so learning from experience would suggest that I should probably start to pay someone to do it for me. What are your future aspirations in the Royal Air Force, and why?
I love being a flight test engineer, and I would like to come back to my squadron on promotion and in a more executive managerial role in the next few years. Another thing I'm really interested in is working for the Defence Safety Agency, in particular as an air accident investigator. That's just something that fascinates me, and it's something I would love to have the opportunity to do. What advice would you give to your younger selves, knowing what you know now? I think it's just not to worry about anything, because everything always ends up working out. Just believe in yourself and trust yourself and be yourself.
I think the advice I would give myself is try not to find all the answers right now, because there's a lot of things that your mind hasn't even opened up to thinking about, that are options for what you can do in the future. So just be yourself and make the right decision at that time, and life will take care of itself. Don't try to work it all out right now. What words of advice would you give a fellow female looking to join the Royal Air Force today? My advice would be that if it's something that you are passionate about, if you enjoy sport, if you enjoy your particular area of work, so whether that be engineering or logistics or any number of roles, if you've had a little look and you think, I might be interested in what the Air Force has to offer me, then absolutely go for it, because the opportunity to balance work life with social life and any sporting aspirations that you have been great to follow from an Air Force perspective, and the people that you meet are absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I completely agree with Linda, and just to add to what she has already said, if you're looking to join, just know that it's not necessarily a lifelong commitment, contrary to what people may think. You can absolutely join for 12 years and get the experience behind you, and that will put you in a really good place to go and have another career doing something else if that's what you want to do. So if you are interested and you are passionate about it, then absolutely go for it. There's nothing to lose.